Hey there you guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be maintaining these baskets, these hanging baskets. As you can see, they look pretty good, they look pretty lush, but also they're kind of starting to get a little bit empty up in the top. We got a nice big growth off to the side, but there's nothing really happening right here. And you want these things to stay nice and full for the whole season, so we've got to maintain them. So I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. I've got my trusty pruners. I'm going to have my my compost bucket. We're just going to hack this up into little bits. We're going to kind of chop this stuff back so that it promotes growth up in here, as well as do some deadheading. I really haven't done anything. I planted these about a month ago, and since it started getting warm, they've really started exploding with growth. So anyway, without further ado, let's come in and get to pruning. Man, the sun is bright. I can't do anything about the reflections and the glares. I apologize. Hopefully I can edit the video so that it doesn't seem so faded out, washed out. Okay, so when you're pruning, it's nice to have a set of small little shears like this. I bought these from eBay. These are Fiskars, I do believe. They're just, hey, there was a bee in there, right into my ear. These are really handy. I think that they're for cut flowers, is what their intention is. I find that it's great for doing these little jobs. I have some guests coming over next weekend, so I don't want to prune it too hard, so that it doesn't have any flowers for next weekend. So I'm going to do selective pruning, and I'm going to probably prune back maybe a third of the plants. Not too hard, but enough to stimulate growth in the center. Also, I'm going to be doing some deadheading, like I said earlier. So let's get started. With these Calibrachoas, I'm going to just gently cut off maybe 3 inches worth of growth. Just going to go in and trim them right back a little bit. Calibrachoas are nice because they don't require deadheading to keep them full and pretty, like the rest of the petunias. They do require to be trimmed just a little bit to bring life back to the center of the plant, and that's kind of what we're going to do. So I'm getting rid of some growth, but by next weekend it should be wonderful again. Also, don't forget to water plants. Next week is supposed to be a rainy week for me, but it might be raining outside, but water doesn't tend to get into the pots. And you just got to remember, even if it's raining outside, go out once or twice through the week and just make sure that you get water in your baskets. This is getting light, so I need to give it a drink. So these verbenas, when you see the spent flower heads, just try to remove those. It will rejuvenate the plant and make them full again and full of flowers. As you can see, I've got the nice verbena down at the base, but there's nothing up in the top. By doing a little bit of pruning, I'm going to redirect the growth, and it'll send it back to the center of the plant. This one is beautiful. I love this Calibrachoa. It's a really dark purple, almost black. So pretty. It's a shame. It feels sad to remove these flowers, but I tell you, it certainly makes a difference on the plant. Normally I do this once a week. I'll trim a little bit of the plant away, and it keeps the plant full all season long. That way I don't have to do a lot of work and stress the plant out by really cutting it back hard. Some of these plants kind of resent really hard pruning, so it's best to trim just a little bit of the plant back at a time. A little bit of this love will go a long way. I'll probably go into a little bit more depth off camera, but you get the gist of it. So I will show you the finished product, how far I cut it back, in just a second. As you can see, I've cut it way back. There's not as many flowers on there. If I didn't have company coming and I had about 2 weeks to wait for it to recover, I would have cut it back even farther. But this for now will do the trick, and in a week's time it's going to be full of flowers again. So don't be afraid to prune. It definitely helps out your plant. It'll keep it bushy on the inside as well as on the outside. You want to show it a little bit of love from time to time. At this time I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to water it really well. And yeah, when the heat comes, you really need to water each day. The plants will dry out very quickly in this weather. So anyway, happy growing everyone, and enjoy your plants. It looks like a little green chocolate chip in there versus what the new flower bud looks like